This camera straight. There we go. Do we got it? Do we got it? I think we've got it. See something real quick. Think I got this little thing over here acting up on me. So there we go. There we go. Okay, we in the building now. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here with me, I appreciate you. Virginia Giuffre Posthumous Memoir reveals new Epstein and Prince Andrew claims. Her book, her memoir, will be out tomorrow. That's right, you guys, October 25th, Virginia Giuffre's memoir, that's when it drops. How everybody doing this morning? Say some quick shout outs. We got Liberty and Justice in the building. We got Luigi in the building. I see you, my sister, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Who else we got up in the building right now? I see Mark Dorfman. I also see we've got Sam Champion. Good morning, Sam Champion. All right, y'all. Hey, how you doing, Kendra? Hope you're having a fantastic day, my love. And y'all know what we got to do now. It's time to open up this show. It's time to do what we have to do. Check that audio. I'm ready. Forgot the light at 56. Don't want to shine that in my face, but yes, we need that more light right there to brighten things up. And I think it's just about that time, y'all. Okay, I see y'all ready. We got the titles up. And without any further ado, because even like I said it when we started, I've been ready, but he wasn't. So, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. When you do that every day, you get better at it. Now we gotta wind it up. Wind it up. It's Monday morning, y'all. Wind it up. It's time to wind it up. Let's go, baby. It's Monday. Stop playing with me. I'm ready to go. They ready to go. It's time to start the show. Come on. And let's get those pores open. What is he gonna do today? What is he gonna do today? I don't know. It's whatever they lined up for me to say. That's right, y'all. This is how we open up those pores with those cold fingertips. That's right. It actually works for me. And then I can just be like, and then doom, 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 doom. Wait a minute. Doom, doom. What is he coming with now? Doom, doom. He gonna try a hard one. Doom, doom. I do anything, everything you want to make your girl say, ooh, ooh, why he's so fly, fly, fly. She beats me wherever she wanna get freaky, and you can get mad if you want to, say whatever you want, but she's still gonna give it up, cause she likes it my way, my way. Can't satisfy her needs. She keep running back to me. She likes it my way. My way. Cause what I say goes. I'm in control. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Y'all know why I'm open. Stop acting like y'all don't know, cause it's if bump that be Monday the 20th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC. That's right, it's Monday morning, my favorite day of the week. Y'all know what that means. They gotta pick up that phone. Pick up the phone. I'm all alone. They got to pick up that phone. They can't front like they ain't getting a call. That's right. After 9 o'clock, make that phone call. Because you know how it is on Wednesday. Oh, it's almost the weekend. Thursday, it's one more day to the weekend. So you catch them on Monday when they ain't got no excuses. How y'all doing this morning? Like I said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let's see who we got in the building this morning. Who we got up in here this morning? We got Sparked 801 with the gloved up. There you go. Solo Thug 8995. That's how you do it. That's how you have fun. That's how we do it around these parts. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building. Alcohol is no joke. Definitely, alcohol is no joke. Cat, I see what you wrote there. What else? Cat Dad, how you doing this morning? Cat Dad, who else we got up in here? Casey, good morning, Casey. We also got Brandon in the building. We got Rob, we got Robo. Hope everybody's good. Good morning, Rebecca, Kendra, Liberty, and Justice. Me, myself, I'm ready to go. We got a fully loaded clip in here this morning. I hope you guys are ready because it's a lot to cover. And I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to go from Air Force One, Jeffrey Epstein. We're going to go out to all sorts of different places. So if you miss any part of this show, I feel for you. I really do. So without any further ado, I'm not going to waste any time and blame it on y'all and say, well, y'all wasn't there to see it. I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do. Y'all know what that means, right? I got a fully loaded clip. And you know what that means? Let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. But first, I'm going to throw 5 at you at a time. I got 5 on it to make sure that you guys have enough to talk about. Then I'll roundabout hit those comments so that we can do some dialogue. But please do your boy a favor. Please let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what time it is. Also, let's try to stay on topic. We also have a lot of important information to go over. Like I said earlier, tomorrow, October the 21st, is the release of Virginia Giuffre's book. I'm sorry, Virginia Roberts Giuffre's book, Nobody's Girl. It's a memoir, and it's got a lot of information in it, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got a little bit on there, but I think we might have to buy the book ourselves. Let's get on over to Air Force One, where President Trump dropped some gaggle with the press on Air Force One. Talks about a number of different things. He talks about Hamas trade and much, much more, because you know they started fighting again. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go.
Really, very lot. You probably just saw the piece on Steve and Jared. It was very good. 60 minutes. Any questions? You want to give me a little room here, Jeff?
Just following up on the 60 Minutes story, what's your reaction to Israel's strikes on Gaza today?
Well, we're going to have to see what's happening. We want to make sure that it's going to be very peaceful with Hamas. As you know, they've been quite rambunctious. They've been doing some shooting, and we think maybe the leadership isn't involved. There'll be some rebels within, but either way, it's going to be handled properly. It's going to be handled toughly, but properly.
Is the ceasefire still in place?
Yeah, it is.
Mr. President,
Is the ceasefire still in place? Yes. He said there could have been some rebels that basically did that as far as between the war. I don't know. Just telling you guys because I know you can't hear it that good.
on Colombia, Senator Graham,
The country of
the country of Colombia, Senator Graham tweeted that you would be imposing tariffs on the country either today or tomorrow. Can you give any details as to how much those tariffs might be?
Well, I
or what we can
read
expect?
the statement of Senator Graham, and it's correct. I was with him today. We were working today, and I read his statement, and it's correct.
But how much the tariff rate? Do you have a rate in mind?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Tomorrow, it will be announced?
Yeah.
Jay Jones has repeatedly said that he went in Virginia that he...
Who said what?
Jay Jones in Virginia.
Jay Jones, you mean the one that wanted to kill somebody's children?
Yes.
And kill somebody? You mean the animal that wanted to kill somebody?
Yeah, he
who
said
should
he
not be
can't wait
allowed to
to-
be running for that office?
Yeah, he said he can't wait to see you in court. I'm wondering if he's a response and if you're considering getting involved in that race.
Well, what is he saying?
He said in the debate on Thursday night that he can't wait to sue your administration and see you in court.
No, he's a third-rate intellect. He's a guy who, I've never seen anybody say what he said. That he wanted to kill his opponent's children, he wanted to kill his opponent. No, I can't imagine anybody voting for Jay Jones. Look,
I'm I'm sorry about that audio. Yeah, I know that's really bad audio right there. Let me keep on moving forward because you know that's not how we rock. Let's get on to some breaking Hamas news where they basically did do these attacks and they're basically saying that they've been forced by strikes back to Gaza. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. I got a lot in the clip, as you already know. Let's get it.
An airstrike in Gaza overnight, saying that Hamas terrorists attacked Israeli troops on the ground there.
Israel is calling it a bold violation of the new ceasefire, putting the whole region on edge.
Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Good morning, Trey. This is not good news.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. It's not good news. The Israeli military is currently striking the Gaza Strip. They say Hamas violated the ceasefire agreement. I spoke with one military official who said 2 separate attacks took place inside Israeli-controlled territory. One of them an RPG attack and the other a sniper attack conducted by Hamas. Most of the strikes this morning have taken place in the southern Gazan city of Rafah, but there is at least one report of a strike in the northern part of the enclave. This was a difficult moment for Israeli forces, having to make a decision about whether or not to start striking Gaza again. We also understand at this moment that there are warnings from the U.S. State Department against Hamas. Overnight, a statement was released by the U.S. State Department saying, quote, the United States has informed the guarantor nations of the Gaza peace agreement of credible reports indicating an imminent ceasefire violation by Hamas against the people of Gaza. And so we're looking at 2 separate things here. One, an attack by Hamas overnight on Israeli forces within the Gaza Strip. And 2, a warning from the U.S. State Department that Hamas is planning to target Palestinian civilians or the forces that are currently opposing their rule inside Gaza. All of this comes as Hamas released the bodies of 2 additional hostages overnight. We do know the name of one of those hostages from a kibbutz in the southern part of Israel. His name is Ronen Engel, and Israeli authorities released his name overnight after informing his family. This means that there are still 16 bodies belonging to hostages inside Gaza. Those bodies are supposed to be released by Hamas as part of this agreement, and they've been trickling out so far since the agreement went into place. But
Keep on going, you guys. I know. Y'all want to see it all, right? But that clip is about 15 minutes long. Just take what you can. If you want to go look at it, you can. Keep on moving forward to the Bronx. Oh, God. It's getting rough out here, I'm telling you guys. In the Bronx, it's not letting up on anybody. The Bronx, oh my God, we got this crazy subway incidents where a number of these trains just started to separate. That's right, the 3rd car and the 4th car separated from each other on the 2 and the 5 line. When that happened, they had no answers for anybody. Complete chaos from everywhere. So yes, Kathy Joku Hoku, you strike again, raising the fare to $3. Also taking about, let's see, $220 million from the congestive pricing and still asking for more. There we go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. But like I always say, nobody's going to say anything. They're not going to do anything about it. So it's going to just keep on happening. That's all.
Train coming to a halt, trapping
That's
people
it.
underground until rescue crews could get to them. It's a developing story right now as MTA crews remain on the scene. Fox 5's Meredith Gorman is live in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx with more details about this. Meredith.
Yeah, Bianca, it was a very scary situation for passengers earlier tonight when officials say a car on the 4 train detached from the rest of the train with passengers on board. Now take a look at this chaotic scene from earlier this evening at the 149th Street Grand Concourse subway station. The MTA confirmed to Fox 5 that a southbound 4 train experienced what they're calling a decoupling between the 3rd and 4th train cars shortly before 5:30. Fire officials say the brakes were activated and there are no reported injuries. Everybody was evacuated from the train. Now, one woman says her 14-year-old son was stuck on the stalled train for a while before he was safely brought off the 4 train.
I've been ventilating, panicking. I'm just waiting for my son to get off the train right now. Honestly, I've been standing here for over an hour waiting for my son to get off this train.
And for some subway riders, this has completely changed the trajectory of their night, leaving some with no choice but to take a ride share from the Bronx to their destination.
Yes, I had the plan to live with my family for the dinner, and now I need to take a Lyft or Uber, and it's bad.
Right.
And guess who doesn't care? The MTA or Kathy Jokel Hokel. She don't give a rat's ass. Trust me, y'all. She don't. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really appreciate it. Also, we're almost at 55,000 subscribers. Trying to get to 60, then 70, 80, 90, then 100. But anyway, if you guys like the content that you get from your boy every single day, I really would appreciate it if you can get that like button. Tap, 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 hit that like button up. And I already know that it's hot out here for a pimp, so I don't try to hit your pockets too hard. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I got a little bit of Bustelo in the kitchen. I'm not going to hit your pockets. But I would appreciate it if we can get those likes up, because we're going to keep on moving forward to the Mexican senator that drops a bombshell, Steinbaum. She wants to be the next one as the leader of Venezuela. What's happening in Venezuela, you guys? What do you think that's going to happen with this situation?
President Trump ramping up pressure on the Maduro regime in Venezuela. Besides those B-52s that are flying off the Venezuelan coast, the president is confirming that he has authorized CIA activity in the region. That's on top of the series of strikes against boats that the administration says are smuggling deadly drugs. Our next guest, who lives in Mexico and says her people and her country would welcome U.S. help against cartels. Why isn't Mexico partnering very well with Mexico, or are they? We're bringing back Mexican Senator Lily Tellez to join us now. Senator Tellez, welcome. You see that President Trump means business. You look at everything he's doing in the Caribbean and off the coast of Venezuela. The pressure is on Maduro. Mexico is an ally of the United States. What is Mexico doing to fight the cartels officially from the government?
Well, Mexico, President Sheinbaum says that she's an ally of the United States of America, but secretly, she is not. She is more an ally of Venezuela and of the Cuban dictatorship. We can look at it crystal clear, because she didn't want to congratulate President Trump over the peace treatments on Gaza, and she didn't want to congratulate Maria Corina Machado. She didn't want to comment anything about it because she backs up the Venezuela's regime. So the Mexican government is very worried about the United States trying to get to the Venezuelan cartels. And we Mexicans are very worried about this from Claudia Sheinbaum. She just said that she's not going to the America Summit precisely because Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua, these dictatorships were not invited. So she's not going because they are not invited. That's crystal clear that she backs Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. She's a leftist. And even in the last 7 years, the Mexican government has given millions of oil barrels to Cuba worth $4 billion. So the Cuban dictatorship is alive because of the Mexican help.
Oh man, I didn't even know about that. And if I wouldn't have played it on that show, Our Bottom Line, you guys wouldn't have known it either. Let's keep on moving forward the same way they keep on moving forward, keep on functioning, keep on doing what they have to do under sneaky things. I honestly thought that Sheinbaum was a little nervous in the beginning because presidents get that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you ain't trying to start no beef over here. But then again, you got to look at it from many points. Like when you play chess, they say you're supposed to look 3 moves ahead. So, okay, that could have been an option. This could be an option. And there could be another option. So yeah, that's how we need to be basically looking at things from now on, especially when you're trying to determine what someone else is trying to do, because we'll never know. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We're going back over to Washington, where Trump says those 2 survivors on that U.S. strike, on that D-rug smuggling boat, they're going to be sent home. Keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. Let everybody know what we're doing. We're over here working this morning.
Today's protests come on day 18 of the government shutdown. This weekend, President Trump is at his Florida home. He golfed at his course near Mar-a-Lago, then made news on social media. CBS's Willie James Enman is in West Palm Beach traveling with the president. With more on that, Willie James.
Jerika, that's right. The president revealed what's happening to the 2 suspected drug smugglers in U.S. Navy custody, and he released video of the strike. Today, President Trump posted video of a U.S. military strike on a submersible suspected of smuggling drugs.
Just so you understand, this was not an innocent group of people. I don't know too many people that have submarines. And that was an attack on a drug-carrying, loaded-up submarine.
It's the sixth known strike in international waters since last month on alleged Venezuelan drug vessels by the U.S. military. 2 people were killed in a strike on Thursday, and 2 survivors were brought to a Navy ship. The president now says the U.S. will send the 2 men back to their home countries of Ecuador and Colombia for detention and prosecution, eliminating a diplomatic and legal dilemma over their fate. On the home front, no end in sight to the nearly 3-week-old government shutdown, or the blame game.
It's a Democrat shutdown. It's a Schumer shutdown.
We are in day 18 of the Trump Republican shutdown.
The effects are deepening.
Yeah, it's going to deepen real quick to some people out there. I don't know if anybody got that alert on their cell phone, but if you get food stamps, woo, the month of November, they've already been notifying people. Them food stamps, I don't know about Thanksgiving, if it's going to be so thankful. Unless y'all got a little bit extra from last month, you better go get your turkey now. Because, yeah, those prices are going up, especially like next month. So, yes, as we've heard, I don't know if you guys have been told already, food stamps next month, they've already made it an announcement and said due to the fact that the government has been shut down, food stamps are not going to be processed next month. I really want to know what you guys think about that, especially for all of my food stamp recipients in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let's keep going. Okay, now we're going to go to the Oval Office where Trump was asked point blank, has he authorized the CIA to have operations going on in Venezuela? Again, you guys really need to know, what do you think about those food stamps?
You'd call it, but it was a big moment in time.
Do you think Democrats will give you credit? Do you think Democrats will give you credit when you finally end this war, like they did with the war in the Middle East? And
I think right now the Democrats are really damaged, mentally damaged. They want to take $1.5 trillion with a T, $1 trillion and give it to people that invaded our country. They came into our country illegally from prisons, from mental institutions, gang members. They want to give them health care and take it away from our citizens. We're not going to do that. $1.5 trillion they want to destroy. They want to destroy our health care system. We're not going to let that happen.
Have you authorized CIA operations in Venezuela as part of?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Get those likes up, please.
Some interesting things are happening around the world, I'll say that.
Yeah, we get into this right now. Guys, I want you to get those likes up. I really want to make sure we don't get them sorry numbers we had the other day. It was real sad. And I was working really hard to try to bring you guys good information. We got to get on over to Hamas, talking about this situation. Since we already start tickling the fancy, no homo. Yeah, no homo. Get on over there and take up. Let's see what's going on with this U.S. brokering this Gaza deal back on track. Let's see if it's going back on track. Let's see what's happening. And again, we can't determine what somebody else is going to do. You never know. Somebody might throw a stone from their glass house.
The U.S. brokered Gaza truce seemingly back on track after facing its first major test. Israel today hit Hamas targets in Gaza after accusing Hamas of killing 2 IDF soldiers. But now the IDF says it's back to enforcing the ceasefire. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the latest and some new details. Trey.
Talk to him, Trey.
Yeah, John, good afternoon. The Israeli military now says they are done with strikes against Gaza after 2 of their soldiers were killed this morning in a Hamas ambush in the southern part of the Gaza Strip. According to the Israeli military, Hamas militants popped out of a tunnel near the city of Rafah, firing RPGs at an excavator at another location nearby. To that attack, Hamas snipers shot at Israeli soldiers, wounding at least one of them. This caused the Israelis to launch a series of initial airstrikes, followed by dozens of more airstrikes throughout the enclave. We know that dozens of Palestinians were killed, including at least one Hamas field commander. The question now is whether or not the ceasefire will hold. And again, the Israeli military says, for now, things are back to normal, but they are enforcing the ceasefire. There were some reports tonight in Israeli media that the Israelis would be blocking the entry of aid to the Gaza Strip after that violation of the ceasefire earlier today. But we are following reports tonight that indicate after the urging from American officials, they will keep that Rafah crossing and the flow of aid into Gaza open as negotiators are set to resume talks early this coming week.
This was updated last night at 10:04 p.m. It's 6 o'clock now.
About phase 2 of the ceasefire plan. We also know Vice President J.D. Vance and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff are headed to the region this week. They'll be meeting with Israeli counterparts to determine how this ceasefire will be implemented moving forward and what can be done to stabilize the situation.
They better be meeting at a U.S. military base, because I'm not going to be going out where nobody's at a WAR talking about going to talk to nobody. Sorry about that. Won't be your boy. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because now we got to go over to this crazy story, something that I would never expect, something that you would expect to be probably in a movie somewhere. Yeah, we got this prominent New York City surgeon who's been accused of the R word. And guess what? Next scene, you're going to see he's been locked up. And I hope they don't let him out for a very, very long time, especially when you hear how he was accused of what he did. Check this out. You would never expect this. Let's go ahead and get this screen open. Check out Homeboy. You never expect him to do something like this.
Tonight, chilling new allegations now against a prominent surgeon accused of raping a woman at gunpoint. Prosecutors now say the surgeon claimed he had ties to the NYPD and to the Secret Service. Here's our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky.
Jesus Christ, this nigga's crazy.
Tonight, a prominent New York City surgeon is charged with a horrific crime, sexually assaulting a woman at gunpoint. Authorities say that doctor claiming affiliation with the NYPD, the U.S. Secret Service, and the U.S. Marshals. 56-year-old Dr. Maurizio Miglietta teaches and practices at hospitals across New York and New Jersey. Prosecutors say the accuser, who's nearly 30 years younger, viewed Miglietta as a mentor and visited his apartment in June to talk medicine. Instead, prosecutors say Miglietta kissed her without consent, and when she tried to push him away, he lifted his shirt, showing her a holstered gun, allegedly telling her, "Watch out for this," saying she asked if the gun was loaded. He allegedly said yes. Prosecutors say the doctor then put the gun on a coffee table by the woman's head and sexually assaulted her before she was able to escape.
The allegations are beyond disturbing. I think anyone should know not to engage in this type of conduct. I think it speaks to the power imbalance.
The doctor pleaded not guilty, David, to rape and other charges, the judge setting bail at $1 million. Prosecutors are looking into his connections with law enforcement, but as the DA told us tonight, David, that gives no one license to brandish a gun and force a woman into sex. David?
Aaron Kotursky here in Manhattan tonight. Thank you. Tonight.
Then you got your boy Alvin Bragg, aka We're gonna call him Alvin Bragg, because that boy keep getting bigger every time we see him. That boy can eat. I don't know where he be going to get his groceries, but his bill must be long. He got an arm length long. And yeah, I talk about stuff like that because it don't make no damn sense. Went to school with this guy out there walking around like this. He the DA, can't even breathe, walk up a flight of steps by himself. Chase somebody, see if you can really make something happen. Lord have mercy. But yeah, we want to pray for that lady. Well, yeah, that's how we get down to. We don't like stuff like that happening to people. And we're glad that he got locked up. Lord, thank you. And we want to make sure that the lady is feeling much better as she gets through this tragic time and in this tragic event that happened to her. And we want to ask that. Amen. Thank you. Let's keep on moving forward, because what do y'all think? I got a question for y'all right now. How many people would like to see a Democratic president next go around? You know, after Trump, it's going to be 4 more years, you know, of Donald Trump, 3 years plus the countdown, almost 3 years now, right? What do you guys think about a female president and possibly being AOC? That's right, you guys, Alejandra Ocasio-Cortez. I think that's her name. Thumbs up if you would vote for her, AOC. Thumbs down if you think it would be a bad idea to have AOC as your next Democratic president. The reason I'm saying this is because it seems like they're having a positioning situation going on in different parties. And like I said, what do you think to have her as your next president? Is it time? They say that she's doing a great job of ruining the party, of running her party into the ground. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying it. That's what I've been afforded, this information right here. But I want to know.
Sitting that theme, insecure masculinity, is that the way you get young men to vote for you?
Yes, by lecturing them about your aspirations for masculinity are completely misplaced. Look, I'm not interested in what AOC thinks of American men. I do think, though, that AOC has hit on something that is meant to appeal to a faction of the Democratic base, and she's really running it into the ground and doing a very good job of it. And people should not underestimate the fact that this is someone whose odds for being the next nominee or on the next ticket of the Democratic Party when it comes to their presidential stakes are increasingly high. And what I hear there is the impetus for, the basis for a re-engagement of the kind of government censorship to a greater degree than we ever saw it under COVID or under Joe Biden, when we saw the targeting of people, when we saw Silicon Valley weaponized against the American people. She's going to use it to go after people who she thinks are racist or misogynist or using language that she finds inappropriate. And we shouldn't have any qualms about pointing that out. This is really what she believes in. And if that kind of power center within the Democratic Party seizes the White House again, they will be right back to it.
And then you're going to have all that trans stuff in schools again. You have all these DEI policies, and the border going to open back up. They're going to rip the border down and probably start smelting the steel just on purpose. Lord, do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. I see you guys are not playing. Wait a minute. Y'all like, she's crazy. How much money has she made so far as a politician? Y'all going off. LOL, Jasmine. Cortez has this, is Spanish. AOC's a socialist. Who is this guy? It's BOOGOTTINYC. The name of the show is Our Bottom Line. Thank you for showing up. We show clips. We have a lot of people in the comments who have a lot of information that you might want to chime in on. Check us out. We're going to be here for a long time. If you appreciate the content that you're checking out, go ahead and hit that like button. And then next thing you know, you're going to see another video, and then you're going to have another chance to hit that dialogue and speak to some very knowledgeable people in the comments. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys, what we got over here? What we got? Oh, how will the new recover financially after this jewelry house? Oh, that's what we're talking about. It's not called the new, it's called the what's that place called? The Louvre. It's the Louvre. If there is a priceless piece of jewelry that is stolen, how are you going to insure a priceless piece of jewelry? Guess what? There was a robbery at the Louvre, and they took a very expensive piece of jewelry, you guys, and they're talking about, they don't even care about trying to get the insurance. They have to get the piece back.
I want to bring in Nicholas O'Donnell. He's a partner at a law firm and the editor of the Art Law Report. I want to make sure I got that right. And he's worked on cases related to alleged looted works of art. Nicholas, thank you for joining me here. How are these high-valued items insured, and how does the museum go about recovering its losses financially?
So the value of the objects is very difficult to recover because they are in some senses priceless. I of course don't know what the insurance at this particular museum is, but I think the critical focus will be on recovering the actual objects if at all possible. This brings to mind the theft from the Green Vault in Dresden several years ago, and the same risk that we just heard about, that in the absence of the ability to sell these on the black market, which they will not be able to do, that they will smash them and try to sell the component parts.
Yep.
And so, the race is on really to try to infiltrate whatever network perpetrated this and to find out where they might be.
And that's the interesting part that I want to take a look at right now. The idea of these potential thieves smashing them and trying to alter their state in which they originally got them. So what's the process like of actually authenticating these stolen items, if any of them are actually recovered either in part or in whole?
I think for these objects, they are going to be so meticulously well known to the curatorial staff that if they recover them, they could authenticate them fairly successfully. The challenge is the concern that.
Could you imagine them smashing that? That's what they're gonna have to do in order to get their money. You can't just walk into a pawn shop. Hey Charlie, I got this little crown thing I bought from my mama back in the days, and I want to know if I can pawn it. Charlie gonna say, oh, hold on a minute, no problem. He's gonna take that eye thing out. He gonna look, he gonna say, how much you want for this? I give you $40 right now. Let me stop. I'm just playing with you. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we gonna pawn it. They gonna pawn it. Stupid behind gotta take your ID. Next thing you know, knock, knock. Got him. So that's why they're not gonna do it that way. They have to smash these priceless jewels. Woo, and it's crunch time. They gotta get to them, y'all.
The criminals often get themselves into this situation by believing they have a valuable portable object in their hands, which ironically they don't. And so they look to make something out of it by damaging it, and of course that damage can't be undone once a historic object is
Look how beautiful those pieces are.
All right, Nicholas O'Donnell, thank you. So
you see how beautiful carved those pieces were, like how old they were. Ooh, I know they gonna get some real serious time if they get caught. And could you imagine trying to smash one of those things? Unless you're just some rich, eccentric person that's like, hey, I buy them for you, and just wear them in the crib by yourself in front of the mirror like this. Because you ain't going nowhere with them. Because as soon as you step out, got them. Come here, let's go. They need to start putting Apple AirPods on stuff like that. A little baby AirPod. If it's worth that much, put an AirPod on it, y'all. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen, because you know you ain't seeing nothing else like this nowhere else. No other show, because we go where no one else goes. Talk about the things that nobody else does, and we make sure that we keep that fat on our brain, y'all. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, what you waiting on? And please become a member and give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, I'm just joking. Just want you guys to hit that like to keep those numbers up. And now, we got to get over to some No Kings protests that were going on in Detroit, all over different cities. How many of you in the comments actually attended these No Kings rallies? How many of you? Tell the truth. How many of you went? Were you a part of these No Kings protests in Detroit, Los Angeles, San Diego? Just let your boy know. I mean, I wasn't out there, but it's okay. We have love for everybody in the comments. You could have went any way you want to go. But this is what's happening all over the city the other day. No Kings protests. Heard that there was a lot of people all over that came out. It's news. No, there was no audio. Just wanted to show you guys what was going on. Now we're going to keep on moving forward because we got to get on over to DCF, where this mom told the DCF that a girl in the video call with the police was alive, but she actually wasn't. She was using another girl. So basically we had a really bad mother here that was using another little girl as a stunt prop, a step in, because her daughter was no longer alive. And she got what she rightfully deserved.
Good evening. We do thank you for joining us here for the News at 5. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck. We'll get to those stories in just a moment. But first, the Department of Children and Families is now explaining its involvement with a 12-year-old Jacqueline Torres Garcia, whose remains were found in New Britain.
DCF has faced intense questioning since it was revealed the department had been involved with the family. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin is joining us now in studio to break down this timeline that they're providing.
Yeah, so Keisha and Mike, a lot to walk through here. The Department of Children and Families thought its last time seeing Jacqueline Torres Garcia was during a video call earlier this year, but police believe that was actually months after her death, and now there are questions about the identity of the girl who apparently posed as Jacqueline. Now, going back, the department says they were first involved with the family in January 2013 when Jacqueline was born and her mother, Carla Garcia, was in a detention center. Jacqueline was placed with her father's family, and that's where she remained until 2022. Family court documents indicate the girl, known as Mimi, lived with her grandmother, Patricia Delgado.
Only God is helping me. God is helping me to pass this process. I've been with her forever, and I'm always going to be here.
Now, in May of 2022, DCF says a superior court returned guardianship of Jacqueline back to her mother and father, including with support from DCF, the prior relatives, and the child's attorney. They also interacted with Jacqueline in September that year during an investigation involving her younger siblings. The department says the kids were enrolled in school and seen in the community during that time. DCF determined the children were safe. That case was later closed. In May of 2024, DCF says Jacqueline attended a medical appointment, and between November of 2022 and the fall of 2024, there had been no reports of child abuse or neglect with the family. Jacqueline's mother filed and was granted sole custody by the family court in June 2024, which DCF says it was not involved with. Police say the girl likely died in the fall of that year. Then months later, in January of 2025, DCF was investigating allegations concerning Jacqueline's younger sibling. In a statement, DCF wrote in part, Ms. Garcia stated at the time of our investigation that Jacqueline was being homeschooled and staying temporarily out of state with a relative. In response, DCF conducted a video call with a person who mother claimed to be Jacqueline, but again, police believe Jacqueline had been dead by then, so it's unclear who they actually spoke with. DCF says that information has been turned over to law enforcement and is still actively reviewing the situation, and lawmakers have concerns.
I think she basically got another kid to do that was one of those other kids that she was with, and they acting like they was playing or something like that, and they didn't know what they was doing. Terrible situation right there. Let's get on over to Illinois, where we got this America's wants to deliver a message on this law enforcement 8 outside in these ICE facilities. ICE facilities are going pretty crazy right now. People got to really, fall back, because right about now, it's a lot happening. We getting into the Epstein stuff. I got the stuff coming up for you guys, but I know how you are. You're going to skedaddle if I get the Epstein stuff up right now. So no, after this clip, we get into Virginia Giuffre and Jeffrey Epstein information.
This right here, look at it, it's going to come up on your screen. The scene outside of an ICE facility where about 12 miles from downtown Chicago, all of this was happening. Protesters clashed with local law enforcement. It happened after a federal judge ordered ICE to remove a fence that had been put up around that facility following repeated altercations between federal agents and demonstrators. Meanwhile, the president's push to deploy more National Guard troops to Chicago has been pushed back again. Yesterday, a panel of federal judges rejected the government's claim that ongoing protests pose a threat so serious they warrant immediate federal intervention, writing political opposition. It's not rebellion. Joining us now, retired fourth.
Nope, I don't think it's good for them to send those troops. I didn't think that it was good for them to send them out there in the first place. We're having too much contact going on. Anytime you have contact, there's a possibility of something like assault or somebody getting hurt that could possibly happen. I don't think that's a good idea, because it could be a bad representation, and also it might get real nasty. I mean, Washington, they were able to calm things down. I don't know about Chicago. It's really different in Chicago. Illinois, let me fix that up. Let's get on over to this Virginia Giuffre information right here. How do they say this word? Posthumous? Memoir reveals that new Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew's claims?
Revelations about Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew being made from beyond the grave by Australian woman Virginia Giuffre.
The posthumous memoir is about to be published, and explosive extracts have already been released. They reveal just how much she claims she was paid to have sex with a prince.
Months after taking her own life, Virginia Giuffre is seeking justice from the grave.
Allegedly taking her own life.
Virginia Giuffre recounts the moments she first crossed paths with Jeffrey Epstein.
Virginia Giuffre said she was paid $15,000 to service Prince Andrew.
How much more disgust and disgrace can he bring to the royal family?
He's unraveling over all of this.
Excerpts of her posthumous memoir have dropped days before its release. They include disturbing new claims about her time with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, and Prince Andrew, who she claimed sexually assaulted her in 2001. In the years since, I've thought a lot about how he behaved, she wrote. He was friendly enough, but still entitled, as if he believed having sex with me was his birthright. The memoir details their first meeting and introduction by Ghislaine Maxwell. She writes he correctly guessed her age, 17, and told her, "My daughters are just a little younger than you." Maxwell joking, "I guess we'll have to trade her in soon." She goes on to describe how Epstein took a now famous photo of her with the Duke before they went to a nightclub where she claimed Andrew was a bumbling dancer and sweated profusely. Maxwell then instructed her, "When we get home, you are to do for Andrew what you do for Jeffrey." Giuffre says Epstein gave her $15,000 for servicing the man the tabloids called Randy Andy. He's always denied it.
I have no recollection of ever meeting
or being in the company or the presence.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you.
No.
Including in this disastrous 2019 interview.
This the one where he said he doesn't sweat.
Profusely sweating, and that she went on to have bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time.
She was disgusted by that interview. She felt that he wasn't able to really hold his own during that interview. And she said, you know, I think that interview in itself just shows he's not even able to properly defend himself.
Giuffre recalls 2 other alleged encounters with Andrew, one at Epstein's townhouse in New York, the other on his infamous private island. The book is the first time she's spoken publicly about the prince since the pair reached a financial settlement in 2022, one that likely included an agreement to remain silent.
The reason that there was even a settlement to begin with is that if there wasn't a settlement, it would have gone to a place of discovery. Okay, and so the reason, in my belief, and I believe my sister's belief, was because if we were to enter into that discovery, that he would have been exposed.
Yeah, well, I still got to it at the end, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It seems like the only way to release anything is to not be here anymore. We still gotta keep on moving, you guys, because I'm gonna keep on stacking this deck on this title right here. We got more. It ain't over.
Tonight, after years of criticism and outrage over his...
Because he basically gave up his titles. We talked about that yesterday. Let's keep going.
Links to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew says he's giving up the use of his official titles, including His Royal Highness and the Duke of York. He'll also stop attending royal Christmas celebrations. King Charles's younger brother
No, it's happening right before this memoir drops. Come on, y'all. All of this stuff plays exactly into the next thing. Let's be common sense here. Common sense. Before all of this stuff dropped, you're going to have to get rid of your titles. Before P. Diddy, all of this stuff came out, he gave up everybody they publisher. He gave up title. He gave up all the companies. Come on, y'all. Come on. Stick with me on this.
In discussion with the king and my immediate and wider family, we've concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I vigorously deny the accusations against me. It comes ahead of the publication of an explosive autobiography by Virginia Giuffre, who says she was forced to have sex with Andrew when she was 17.
Now, how many people we got up in here? It's a lot. All I want you guys to do your boy a favor. 2 more clips on the title. It's about to go down. It's not even heavy yet. Please, all I'm asking, see, you ain't giving me no money, and I'm not asking for it. Really would appreciate to get those likes up to make the ends justify the means. I'm going to hang up here till I see them go. Let's get those likes up. I really appreciate it. Come on, y'all. Let's make this make sense. And the ones that don't want to stay, that just want to hound on the clips, y'all can go ahead and let those numbers run down over there because you're not dedicated anyway. And what's going to happen is this. Woosop, all new people that appreciate the content that they're watching. We don't want y'all in here anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Anybody acting up, we got too many mods. And we want to keep it nice, so let's do that.
After she'd been trafficked by Epstein. He was friendly enough, but still entitled, as if he believed having sex with me was his birthright, Giuffre wrote, according to a book excerpt in The Guardian. Giuffre died by suicide in April.
Categorically, I don't remember meeting her at all.
After this 2019 BBC interview turned into a PR disaster, Andrew stepped back from royal duties and later settled a lawsuit with Giuffre. And Giuffre's family are calling this a vindication, but they want the king to go further and strip Andrew of his title of prince.
Can't.
We thank you for watching.
That's like, you can't, you can do it verbally or try to say it, but you cannot take away the fact that he's the Queen of England's son. That's one thing that you can't take away. Might be able to verbally stop saying it or whatever, but no.
She said she had sex with you 3 times.
No.
No to all of it.
All of it.
You look like R. Kelly.
Absolutely no to all of it.
You look like R.
This is pretty bad for the monarchy as a whole.
It has been what I would describe as a constant sore in the family.
I think really the best strategy is, as far as the royals are concerned, to sort of put that distance up.
Yeah, more than 10 years after he was first accused of having sex with a teen trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew, the former Duke of York, making the shocking choice to relinquish his royal title after reported pressure from the king.
The spotlight seems to come back time and again onto Prince Andrew.
In an official statement sent to ET from the past.
Now pay attention to Prince Andrew. Pay attention to everybody around him. Doesn't he seem like the outcast and he's always grumpy? Walking around like that mean uncle, like that mean cousin, like just always want to fight and get on somebody's nerves. Don't nobody want to be around nobody with a face like that. Come on, y'all. Keep on going.
Palace. Andrew says he came to the decision after discussions with his brother, King Charles, and his family. Quote, "We have concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I have decided, as I always have, to put my duty to my family and my country first." Andrew continues to deny any wrongdoing.
Yeah, he gonna keep on denying wrong. What you got to say, liar, liar, pants on fire?
I've said consistently and frequently that we never had any sort of sexual contact whatever. If somebody's going to make those sorts of allegations, then I've just got to have a thick skin and get on with it.
This comes 6 years.
See, there's no such thing as you have thick skin and move on with it. When somebody ain't do something and somebody blaming you for something, you're going to be like, hell no, I ain't do that. That fucking bitch is lying on me. It's what my dick look like. Stop lying. Tell the truth, fellas. Y'all going to say something. Y'all going to say something. Ain't nobody going to just let nobody start saying that they did the R word to them if they ain't really do it out of nowhere. You crazy?
Years after Andrew's late mother, Queen Elizabeth, urged Andrew to step back from his royal duties and his six-figure salary.
Six-figure salary. Out of there. Being a freakazoid.
What he is losing is the ability and the privilege to represent the Queen in public. I think they both realised that Andrew's position was untenable and there was no choice but for him to step back.
So why is now the time for him to drop his title? Well, the Times reports the king came to a tipping point this week after a resurfaced email between the prince and Epstein raised new questions about when the friends cut ties. Here's what Andrew told the BBC's Newsnight in a bombshell interview back in 2019.
December of 2010, you went to stay with him at his New York mansion. Why?
I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
Could have did that on the phone, homeboy.
To this day, I never had any contact with him from that day forward.
But check out this message, reportedly sent months later, right around the time this photo with Andrew's alleged victim, Virginia Giuffre, came to light. Yep, that's Epstein's co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, in the background.
But I can tell you categorically, I do not remember the photograph being taken.
Andrew says in the email, "It would seem we are in this together and we will have to rise above it."
Then you got Ghislaine Maxwell talking from prison, talking about, no, that's not a real photo. It was Photoshop. So which one is it, Andrew? Y'all need to get together and get that story together before y'all start making more comments. Now, let's get down to some awkward situations. Because now that you know that he's like the outcast of the family and he walking around like the grumpy uncle, look at him trying to hang out with, who's that? He trying to hang out with William, with a moment of some real tension going on. Because the Duchess of, what's that, kid's funeral? Check this out. So you know funerals are going to bring family together. They hardly don't see each other. So watch this quick conversation and the real tension that you guys can just see how thick the air is even though they're outside. So how bad you think I done did messing up with the family? Think there's any chance of me getting my stuff back together? Well, I'll tell you the truth, you're fucked. You're screwed. And see his face just said. So if I wanted to mime that again, I could just say, so any chance of me getting back with the family? Straightening this thing out? Could you talk to somebody and help me out? You're screwed. I don't think so. I ain't getting involved. Now watch his face when he ace. Yeah, you done, buddy. It's not a family affair. It's not a family affair. You're on your own. You're on your own. You're the outcast. Cause you messed up. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. We gotta keep on moving forward. Breaking news. We got this U.S. airstrike on these drug cartels. The submarine got rid of that submarine. We've been talking about it, but I ain't show it to you. So why don't we go ahead and show you guys what actually happened? Let's go. Matter of fact, let me see what we got here. Let's go to Colombia real quick. Some conversation with President Trump.
An apparent response to that nation's president saying, actually criticizing the U.S. on those boat strikes in the Caribbean. CBS's Willie James Inman now with more.
On Sunday, President Trump took to Truth Social, calling the president of Colombia an illegal drug dealer and pledged to end U.S. aid to Colombia, writing Gustavo Petro encourages the massive production of drugs in big and small fields all over Colombia. Earlier in the day, Petro criticized Trump for recent U.S. strikes on alleged drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean, including a Colombian vessel on Friday. The president and his administration have repeatedly defended at least 7 strikes on boats in the Caribbean in recent weeks, which include strikes on Venezuelan vessels. Democrats warned the strikes risk getting the U.S. into a full-fledged war. Senator Bernie Sanders said the president needs authority to go to war from Congress.
The president is acting unilaterally in violation of the Constitution. That's a pretty big deal.
On a separate international front, the president is facing pressure to fulfill his months-long promise to bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to an end.
You mean to tell me, why they try, did they just say that there might be a WAR started and they worried about Venezuela against the United States of America? Did they just say that? Y'all, oh my, I'm not even gonna go into that right there. I don't think they want it. Like he said yesterday, Maduro was like, you want my wife? He's getting up out of there, trust me, because the next thing is he gonna hand them a letter and say, you know I know where you live at, right? So now how are we gonna deal with this? And you already got $50 million bounty on your head? Keep on, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. I could just let a whole bunch of bounty hunters come here and take care of you. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. What we got over here? We got this cold case that was solved after 41 years using DNA collected from a smoothie cup. This fool thought that he was out of there, thought that he was out of the woods, didn't think that anybody was going to be able to catch him. But guess what? Cold case solved.
Smoothie cup broke a murder case that has haunted Long Island for decades.
Teresa's life was violently stolen from her more than 40 years ago.
Got him.
But the past is never forgotten. And my office never gives up on a victim.
DNA.
Why'd you
kill her? Tonight, prosecutors say they have 16-year-old Teresa Fusco's killer in custody. Robert Bilodeau is charged with the 1984 rape and murder. Fusco was last seen clocking out for the night at the Hot Skates roller rink. Her body found days later dumped in a wooden area nearby. Damn. 3 men were wrongfully convicted of the crime back in the 80s, but those convictions were later overturned. Prosecutors say new investigative leads last year helped them zero in on Bilodeau.
Mr. Bilodeau professes his innocence. He pled not guilty today.
Investigators obtained a sample of his DNA from this cup tossed in a trash can outside a smoothie shop.
That's how they do
it.
it.
And it matched DNA from the crime scene.
That's how they do it.
Today, Teresa's father said he never gave up hope this day would come.
It's heartbreaking to go through this over and over again, but this seems like a finalization, and I'm very grateful.
DNA is no joke, y'all, no joke.
According to prosecutors, police asked Bilodeau why his DNA matched the decades-old crime scene. He responded, people got away with murder back then. But today, the 63-year-old is going to trial and could face the rest of his life behind bars. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
Well, I'm glad I played that part. Are you nuts? People got away with stuff back then. Well, guess what? Yeah, DNA, buddy. The times have changed. And he got locked up, and I bet he get life. Because whatever he gonna get, that's gonna probably be the rest of his days. Shing! And then tell everybody inside what he did and let them handle him. Y'all do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. Now we got this crazy situation. It's a horrifying little video. You guys might not want to check this out, but yeah. This lady just walking, minding her business, and somebody wants to walk up behind her and, yeah. still nabs this lady in her back. You gotta be careful nowadays with your surroundings, people. I'm not trying to scare people, but you just gotta be aware where you're at, aware of all of your surroundings. Check this out.
A shocking attack in broad daylight. The 36-year-old sushi chef was stabbed in the Melbourne CBD on her way to work. She was rushed to hospital with a collapsed lung, posting this image to social media and saying how lucky she feels to be alive. "I'm so grateful to all those who came to help me," she posted. She was released from hospital after 3 days and has now moved out of the city. "I can't step out of the house alone. I need company so much right now."
And yeah, it's just, we shouldn't have to think about looking to our left and right with a person with a weapon or a person with malicious intent.
It was a shocking, brazen act of violence that has no place on any street in any town.
32-year-old Lauren Darrell was arrested and charged over the attack. She was out on bail and had been staying at Make Room, a new homeless shelter just metres down the street. City workers say they're now avoiding the area.
I've seen people drug affected walking into traffic, bothering other people verbally, physically. I've seen people mugged at knife point.
The shelter operators Unison say they're deeply saddened and are working with Victoria Police. City of Melbourne says it's taking action on crime, committing to install up to 100 CCTV cameras.
There go them damn cameras again. There they go with them cameras. Boy, them damn cameras ain't gonna help you once you done got jugged in the throat. That'll show you right there. Perfect example. Them damn cameras, all right, can we get more people on the street? Let's get some activity going on out here that could have helped that lady before that happened. We want to pray to God and thank him for saving her life and making sure that nothing happened to her and that she made it to the hospital safely. Amen. Thank you so much. The second man, we got another situation going on. What we going over here? Let's go somewhere different right now. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, we got some apocalyptic predictions, major suspicious claims about Trump's tariffs. We need to talk about these tariffs. We have not been talking about it. They're talking about in the next couple of months, it's going to get worse. I don't know how, but yes, they're talking about it's going to get worse. I don't know how, but let them tell it.
According to Goldman Sachs, consumers are shouldering 55% of the cost of Trump's tariffs this year. 55% shouldered by the consumer. E.J. Antoni joining us here. He's in New York today. You know, E.J., they're shouldering 55% of the cost of tariffs. That's according to Goldman Sachs. That sounds inflationary to me.
Well, it certainly does at first, but if we actually read the report, it's pointing to next year. And the other thing to remember is that these different predictions, not just from Goldman Sachs, but other banks, has consistently said that consumers are going to basically pay all of the tariffs, and they've so far consistently been wrong. We're seeing a lot of middlemen eat the tariffs. We're seeing a lot of foreign exporters eat the tariffs. And so at the end of the day, we're just not seeing these apocalyptic predictions come true. That's not to say there aren't going to be any cost increases, especially temporary ones as we reshore manufacturing. But again, we're just not seeing, Stu, the kind of apocalyptic levels of price increases that everyone said we were going to get.
Okay, we're not seeing the apocalyptic price increases because of tariffs, but we are seeing some increases. Let me ask a question. If a consumer price inflation is, say, 3%, let's take 3%, are tariffs responsible for 1% of that, 1/3 of that, or a half of that? How much?
Well, I think most of the increases that we've seen in the CPI, for example, we can actually attribute to the bad monetary policy we had at the end of last year, where we cut 100 basis points and we all of a sudden started easing when there was no reason to. In fact, inflation was reaccelerating at the time.
Man, can you
and so again, I think much of the
understand?
price increases you're seeing now are from the long and variable lags that we typically get from monetary policy.
Something from tariffs, surely. There's some part of inflation as the result of tariffs, isn't it?
Oh, sure, Stuart. Again, you're going to get some temporary changes in prices. There's no doubt about that, because again, you're essentially undoing what happened before, which was the exportation of not manufactured goods, but the manufacturing sector itself.
Do you see any end to the China trade war in the in very near future? Any change at all? Or is it just going to drag on?
Thanks for asking.
It's probably going to have to drag on for a while. The reason being is that China never abides by any of their trade agreements. And that is even true for the trade agreements that they signed with President Trump back during his first term. Every trade agreement they sign, they always end up stabbing their so-called trading partner in the back. And so that's why the president has to deal with them this way.
This market sell-off as the result of the China trade war, that gives China leverage. They know that if they exert themselves, our market goes down, we get hurt. They have leverage.
But at the same time, if we're in a trade war with China, it's not just our market that's going down, right? It's going to be their market that's going down as well, and that's getting hit. And what we have to remember with China is the fact that their economy is already in rougher shape than ours is. So on top of the leverage you could argue we have from the fact that we're the debtor nation in terms of that trade relationship, on top of that, their economy has been not just sluggish, but actually in recession. We have a lot of indicators that point to the fact that China's economic growth has been negative.
I don't give a damn about the economic growth, my friend. I care about my growth. I care about going to the supermarket. I care about gas. I care about my people in the comments. We need to know what the hell the bottom line is. We need this government shutdown to be over, and we need y'all to get up off y'all ass and take care of this damn situation with China. We're not playing no more, because like Tupac said, first we was talking, we was knocking. You know what I'm saying? Then we started chanting, "We are hungry, please let us in." Then after a while, he said, "We're going to pick up, picking a lock, coming through blasting." That's right, because now you're forcing the people to act up. We're going to get on over here to Seattle, where the police arrested 11 people in a food stamp fraud ring. That's right, y'all. They're out here stealing food stamps, and they got some real elaborate ways of doing it. Y'all want to find out about it? Check this out right here. Pretty crazy. Check it out.
Police say they've busted a food stamps fraud ring in Seattle's Chinatown International District.
As Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman explains, investigators say the scheme targeted some of our community's most vulnerable people.
On any given day, you'll likely catch a good game of ping pong in Chinatown's Hinghei Park. But police say not everyone is playing by the rules. Detectives arrested 11 people in a months-long investigation into a food stamps fraud operation deeply rooted in the CID.
Officers observed individuals buying EBT cards from people, more vulnerable people in that area.
Detective Brian Pritchard says the scammers would buy the cards at 50% discount in cash, turning those benefits into profit.
They were working with the businesses, and they would buy the items, then sell the items back, and so it was like a revolving kind of a thing. It had a deal with them, with these different agents.
So they basically say, "Hey man, I know you're down on your luck and you ain't got no bread. Let me get that EBT card out of you. All right, cool. Here go $300. Next time they check come around, they go over there and they cash out with the store. They spend about maybe $500 or whatever, but the store keeps the product and gives them the money. And they do that every month. So they was getting it in over there because they was buying multiple cards and buying them for cheap.
These different stores.
Pritchard says the collaboration and the scheme meant some products never even left the shelf, meaning it would then be sold again for even more profit.
Mm-hmm. The crime ring would then sell the food and household items to the restaurant and businesses in King County and Snohomish counties.
Police say many of those selling their EBT cards are victims in this case, struggling at times, using the cash to feed an addiction instead of themselves.
A lot of times these victims are the vulnerable adults, like I said, the people that are getting these cards for food, and they would sell the cards and then get the money and go buy drugs sometimes.
Yeah, like Tyrone Bigum's coming in like, "I ain't got no money, but I got this EBT card. What you give me for this EBT card?" And then they go ahead and sell the EBT card, and now they got the money coming every month. But let me tell you the flip side of that, because you can't trust a crackhead. You know what the crackhead gonna go do? He gonna go to his caseworker 2 days later and say, "I lost my card. I think somebody might have stolen it." And you know what they gonna do? They gonna give him a new card. That number ain't gonna be on it, and they gonna be jacked for their dough. That's a smart crackhead right there. Oh man, I've been in New York and around people for too long. I swear to God. Get those likes up, double tap that screen. You appreciate the content that you guys are seeing right now, and don't send nobody asking me no questions. I just have a little bit of understanding from what I saw people do when I was a young lad. I don't know. We got this menace to society that's in custody during the search for a missing woman, says the cops. What y'all got from you in these comments? Come on, y'all, please get those likes up. It only hurts the kids. Yes, it does. They complain when the government wants to shut them down. Yeah, them food stamps, boy. I was watching a whole bunch of food stamp clips this morning, but it hasn't hit the news yet. You're going to start seeing a lot of people freaking out about November, and then you're going to start seeing a lot of people after that start to freak out about the Section 8 program, which means that you cannot be on Section 8 forever anymore. You only can be on there for a certain amount of time because it's supposed to be a weaning situation to help you be a productive part of the society, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. What are we going to do right now? What are we going to do? The Menace to Society? Yeah, let's get to this Menace to Society dude that they calling over here. Menace to Society. Where you at? What you done did? Let me see what we got going on over here. What's up? Oh, yeah. This is the bad one. I remember this one. As a matter of fact, we started this clip yesterday. Remember when the guy jumped over the fence and the next thing you know that the girl wound up missing? Well, now she's no longer missing, and sadly, they found her unalive by the same guy that jumped that fence, and she thought like, oh, get out of here, get away from my window. This guy right here wound up to be a menace.
Police are asking for help to find this aspiring model. 23-year-old Kata Scott was last seen 2 weeks ago. There is a suspect in custody, and as Ann Mercogliano reports, he's actually charged with kidnapping 2 women, including his ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Go away, don't come over here.
It's chilling video of an intruder who cops say is a menace to society.
Call the cops.
The disturbing video shows Keon King peering into the home of his ex-girlfriend who he was allegedly stalking.
He coming around the window.
The terrified woman keeps track of him as he circles the house.
Go away, bye. Go away, bye.
Police say 2 days later, he kidnapped the woman as she left her house and brutally assaulted her.
He was arrested, but all charges were dropped because his alleged victim failed to appear in court 3 times. He remained free, and now cops say he has struck again, kidnapping another woman.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kata.
She's 23-year-old Kata Scott, a healthcare worker and aspiring model from Philadelphia. She vanished 2 weeks ago after finishing her shift at an assisted living facility. Investigators believe King was stalking her online, where she posted weekly videos about her life.
I want to have a little picnic, read, eat fruit, watch Sex in the City.
King is in custody today, but Kata's fate remains a mystery, and the search for her is becoming more desperate by the day. Her parents fear the worst.
I'm just so anxious and fearful at this point. So, I don't know, it's just been hard and difficult just to sleep or eat or anything.
We want our daughter back home.
Police believe there may be other victims out there.
Oh boy, I hate to be the one to do it. Why do I gotta be the one to do this? Oh boy, let's keep on moving forward because, yeah, found some DNA evidence. What was that, yesterday? They found Kata, y'all. Let's go. Just right after that happened. Just wanted to bring you guys up to who it was and what was going on.
Police sources telling NBC 10 that the remains found in a shallow grave yesterday belonged to Kata Scott. She went missing after heading to work over 2 weeks ago. Today, a memorial is growing in her honor. NBC 10's Johnny Archer is at police headquarters with the latest on the investigation.
Right now, we're outside the Philadelphia Medical Examiner's office where they have been working to identify that body that was found yesterday. And tonight, our NBC 10 investigators have learned through their sources that body was Kata Scott.
It was just sad.
People living near East Germantown reacting after human remains were found behind Ada Lewis Middle School. On Sunday, 2 sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC 10 investigators that the remains have been identified as Kata Scott using DNA evidence.
I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like seriously in shock.
On Saturday, police found the remains behind the vacant school after they say they received a tip in connection to Scott's disappearance. The 23-year-old was last seen at work about 2 weeks ago in Chestnut Hill.
I have a 23-year-old daughter who works 5 minutes away from where this lady works at. Same community. And it's just, devastating for something like this to happen.
Since the remains were found, public officials, including Philadelphia's mayor and council president, have expressed support for Scott's family.
And that's the same thing that we want to do over here at Our Bottom Line. We want to express support, comfort, as much strength as possible, and we ask that goes to the family and the friends who are mourning today in this situation. Amen, you guys. Amen. You got to keep on moving forward. It's crazy out there. I'm telling you, it's crazy out there. Y'all got to be on point now. Yeah, these boyfriends and all of this crazy stuff going on. Dudes don't know how to take a no. And how was he getting all of these girls, all of these pretty girls? What the hell are they going to do with him? You women trying to be with the bad boy, and I'm not trying to victim shame, but yeah, we want to pray that doesn't happen to anybody else, you guys, especially anybody that we know in these comments at all. Please, let's keep on moving forward. I'm trying to not put these type of stories up, so I'm giving us a little bit of buffer right here. What we got over here? I'm gonna go. No, I'm not doing that one. Yeah, let's get on over to Florida house, because this is important. Anybody in Florida, there might be a situation where your taxes on your house maybe automatically, they might be getting rid of a home taxes out there. Let's get some information.
The state of Florida is taking a big step toward lowering property taxes.
Property taxes, yeah.
House leaders have submitted 8 bills that would address the soaring costs that homeowners face in hopes that voters will get to weigh in next November. Now, as Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports, it follows a 6-month push by the governor to see property taxes either reduced or eliminated altogether.
Florida House leaders say the old saw about commissions being designed to block meaningful reform doesn't apply in this case.
I think this commission has been very successful, and you see that in the proposals here.
There are 8 proposals that House leaders are putting forward after a series of special meetings made up of 37 lawmakers. They do everything from eliminating non-school property taxes outright, to phasing them out, to banning them for those over 65. Others protect values built by the Save Our Home program, which Commission Chair Toby Overdorf is spearheading.
Many people are now trapped in their homes, and even if they want to downsize, they aren't able to do so because in moving and from where they are now to the next place, their property taxes are likely going to go up.
The plan is to see which of the 8 proposals are supported by 2/3 of both houses of the legislature. That would be sent to the November 2026 ballot in the form of a referendum. Each would then need 60% of support of voters to become law.
I think it'd be better as legislature to consider ideas that kind of fit together with a little bit more intention versus an array of diverse, various concepts. With that said, this is still a really early moment in the process.
The warning some on both sides of the aisle have sent is that property taxes provide $55 billion to local governments. But the governor has insisted that some of the revenue funds reckless local spending and that sales taxes are a better deal for Floridians.
Yeah, right now it's really expensive, especially in Florida. I mean, it's a little bit less than living in New York where I am, but the last time I went to Florida, it was almost the same. So that's why I'm looking at that. Also, property taxes is very high. They have a lot of insurance that they have to claim, almost 8 different insurances. Also, a lot of flood insurances, even if you're in the inland cities. It's not a game in Florida, so I understand you guys have a lot going on out there. So yes, we get information from everywhere, not just one region, one city. We share from everywhere because we want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. We got to get this crazy situation right here going on right now because we got another nut job. We gotta put him on blast because he has to be known about. And right now he's actually still snorking a meteorologist. Similar story to what you guys just saw right before this one, but I had to bring it up. I didn't want to neglect it because we got a Denver meteorologist that says she's being stalked by an obsessed viewer. And this is the type of story that people need to shed light on, need to talk about, and actually need to approach him. People, yes. Instead of trying to get people fired from jobs and let me find out where they work at, these are the people that need to be approached and done the same thing to. Why don't you do this to this Denver man that's trying to approach this meteorologist right here? Get him fired, follow him around, cause problems for him. Why not use our energy for stuff like that? It's easy to get somebody fired for a football game comment.
storms are packing an incredible punch here.
A TV meteorologist says she's in fear for her life, revealing she's been stalked for 3 years by an obsessed viewer. Kylie Burse of Denver station KDVR opened up about her traumatic experience, first in an Instagram post.
A few weeks ago, I had a man who I have multiple restraining orders against follow me home from work.
Then she went into more detail last night in an interview with News Nation's Ashley Banfield. Burse says the 69-year-old suspect has violated restraining orders 53 times in 2 months, including a terrifying recent encounter when she pulled into her driveway.
That day, it's hard to describe because the moment that I saw him, when I realized that it was him blocking me in my garage, the feeling in my gut, my stomach just dropped. And I remember thinking, okay, if he has a weapon, you need to get down as fast as you can. I got that garage closed. I was able to get inside. He got around, starts ringing the doorbell.
Burse says she was shocked that he was charged with a mere misdemeanor, and the suspect has been released from custody after posting $1,500 bail.
He is wearing an ankle monitor, so he is not allowed to come within, a certain distance of where I am and, of course, my work and whatnot.
You ain't got no man. You ain't got no man. You ain't got no...
But even then, you get a heads up of a couple of minutes. The police can't get there in time. If this person wanted to be violent, they could do so within that period of time.
She says she doesn't feel the law is on her side.
I did everything right, assuming that the system was in place and the law's there to protect me and to put this man in jail for a period of time. And so it was really disappointing and disheartening when it just doesn't work.
It must be INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that mean, man? INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? She got her own house, got her own car, 2 jobs, look good. She a bad broad. If you ain't on, sit down. You ain't on, sit down. Now, I'm not trying to victim shame here. Maybe her boyfriend live in another state or something like that. But where your boyfriend at? All right? And not only that, dude that's creeping around and doing all that nonsense, why are they not able to do more to a person like that? I'm telling you straight up and down, you got 53 incidents with this man. Are you scared of being sued? That's my question. Because I'll put his paperwork on my Instagram page. I'll say, this is the guy right here that's bothering me. Here you go, right here. This the one that keep on following me around. This the one, and put him right on blast. You got a big following. Use it. Oh, we're going to sue you. Fuck it. Sue me. At least they know who's trying to come after me. We're gonna go at each other just like that. And when we go to court, I'm taking all of that information from those 53 incidents. Sue me. Yeah, I'm blasting you. This is the man. Somebody need to let her watch this video. This is the guy right here that's following me around. His name is He's 60. Yeah, this where he at. This him, y'all. Look, everybody need to know. And then have her real fans rolling up on him. Hey, man, you seem to have a problem with it. And then, oh, you know what? Yeah, abba-dooba baba beeble. He gonna start doing stuff like this. Abba-dooba baba beeble wasn't me. Abba-dooba baba beeble. Then if he have a job, take his job. Let's use that same sort of energy that y'all use for a Karen to get people like this. That's what I'm thinking. Anybody agree with me? Let's get a thumbs up going in the line of fire now. We're going to keep on going forward now because we got this carjacker. This is the perfect example. Y'all going to get mad at me for this one, but I'm going to say it. A carjacker who returns a car after realizing a baby is in the back seat goes to show you, don't nobody want to raise your damn kids. Don't nobody want to raise your damn kids. You don't even want to raise them. That man said, oh, wait a minute, baby in the back? I don't think so. You can get this car back right now. I am not playing. This man here put it right in reverse. He said, I'm good. I do not need this baby. I do not need this car. Matter of fact, lady, can you come over here and get your baby, please? If you want to call the police, no problem. Let's go.
This dude, coming out of a gas station mini-mart, took off in a car that wasn't his. A frantic mom calls 911.
No, that's my car. I don't want kids in there.
That's right, her baby's in the back seat. Suddenly, a shocking turn of events. Look, the car is backing up. The suspected carjacker is having second thoughts. That's right, the suspect who took off in the mom's car returned to the gas station. Why? Well, because he realized her 1-year-old baby son was in the back in a car seat.
He brought my car back.
Alright, what's going on? Some random guy at the gas station just tried to take off with my car at the Sunoco. He noticed my son wasn't here, so we brought it back, but he literally about left with my child when I ran into the gas station. So he tried to steal your car? Like, yes, he's apologizing, but he still just tried to steal my car.
When he came back, she meets him at the car as he's pulling in. Now she's angry. And of course, he's apologizing.
So it sounds like even though this was a bad guy, he had a little bit of a heart, at least.
No, his motto was, fuck them kids. 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 Nah, you know what? The real truth is, he didn't want to get the kidnapping charge. That's what he didn't want. He didn't want the kidnapping charge. It was worse than the grand theft charge. And yes, it was a joke. The kid didn't get harmed. So yeah, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Let me tell you something. You can't even raise them. You think I'm trying to raise them? They should have had the music playing like this. Fuck them kids in reverse. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Here you go, ma'am. Yes, you were right. I apologize. Call the police on me. Yes, I'll take the charge. But yeah, let's go.
At least for the child, yes.
The carjacker, who had second thoughts about his misdeed, was taken into custody down the road. He faced a judge at his initial hearing where he was charged with grand theft and kidnapping.
No, I'm not insinuating that the mother didn't care about the kid. I'm insinuating one thing that a lot of people are saying in the comments, that she should have been paying more attention to her kid and not left her kid in the car. I'm not saying that she didn't care about her kid. Stop trying to throw monkey wrenches. Stop trying to do all of that. No, Bugatti ain't say that. How you gonna say something like that? She had him in the car seat. Ain't like he was back there playing in a pissy diaper. Right, and then she came out, my baby's out there. You can tell from her actions that she actually cared. So no, I'm not saying nothing like that. Bad judgment though. You know, lucky she got her baby back, and that man did not want that kidnapping charge. Trust me. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys, because you know we got a bunch more to keep on going into. What we gonna do right now? I'm not gonna do the space junk. That's kind of boring. We're gonna do something else. We're gonna get into this one right here. We was gonna do the space junk. I don't want to do the space junk. I want to do the one right here. Right here. We're going to do this one right here. I got something else from you guys. Imagine this. Imagine you're taking a selfie. You're in India. And you're on the train. And you got your phone out and you like this and the train's going by. Guess what? People have devised ways to steal in any sort of situation. I'm talking about, they could be in train stations. It could be while you're walking and they're on a motorcycle. This situation right here, I gotta say, I don't know what to say about this, but this man was really after the cell phones. And all I can do is ask you guys to probably close your screen, and if you got to, but if you don't, I'll play it 2 times. Robbing phones from a train with a stick in India. How do they go about doing it? If you like to see it? Watch this right here. Pay close attention, you guys.
लेकिन ये साला कर क्या रहा है यहाँ पे?
I swear, thieves will innovate and improve in all things regarding thievery, but they won't just go get a job.
लेकिन ये साला कर क्या रहा है यहाँ पे?
He did all that just to slap that lady phone out of her hand. He timed it. He got a long sponge, sort of a stick, just to slap this lady's phone out of her hand. Now, you know, that's some crazy shit right there. Come on now, you know I had to do some digging to get that. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen, get them likes up, please subscribe to the channel, and give me all the money in your pockets. That nigga said, whoosh. He looked like a monkey when he jumped in the air. She was like, my phone. What you gonna do, jump off? Assed out, trying to get a selfie while the train is moving. Lord have mercy. That was one right there, y'all. That was one right there for the, oh yeah, I'm telling you, I got him in the stash right now, but what else I got? Oh yeah, I got another one for you right now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You think it's a game? I want you guys to see something pretty crazy. We're going to go over to this house manufacturer that developed something that's a very smart and ingenuitive product. This is something to save people from, believe it or not, tsunamis. Yeah, tsunamis. Can you believe this guy right here made something to save people from tsunamis? You ain't going to believe this when y'all see it, but watch. You see this big old boat right here? Look at this. This is a
tsunami evacuation shelter carrying 131 people floated beautifully in the sea during a demonstration held at Mizuno Doben in Shizuoka City. The experiment was conducted by Housing-Oda Sangyo, headquartered in Mizuno, Shizuoka City. The company has previously developed and sold shelters using foam sterol. In addition to being lightweight and durable, the entire shelter is covered with a shock-resistant coating, making it strong enough to withstand disasters. The SAM Megafloat was developed by applying this technology. It is approximately 8 meters long and wide, can accommodate over 130 people, and has 2 toilets. Chairman Onoda says he hopes that it will be used to reduce the risk of people being late to escape from a tsunami by installing it in parks and vacant lots along the coast. It
was a great success, as people said it was comfortable and there was no shaking. Since it is autumn, there is enough space to install it, so I think it would be best to get cooperation from the local governments and install as many as possible.
I'm with it, yo. Y'all got to come up with ways to save lives and get people, you got to adapt to the environment that you in. I think that was genius. They already tested it out. They had 100 people on that little floating thing right there. One boat in the front. So at least you know you're going to save 100 people. And they already tested it out. I think that's a great idea. Also, that other one that they made, the small one, had a whole car drop on top of it. The damn car just bounced right off of it. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. It's about saving lives out here. It's not about material items. It's about us basically being able to keep on moving forward. Just like this little baby elephant right here that strolls up to her fans. You know you love the baby elephants. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all love the baby elephants. They don't even have to talk. Because they can't. They're animals. Yes, we love animals around here. We always show as much as possible. We got a couple of situations going on with a new rescue it's called Carl's Rescue. I want you guys to know about this rescue. I am about to start helping them out. We're going to start helping them out. Carl is an older gentleman who saves all sorts of animals. They're going through it right now because of financial times and bills and things like that. So as of this week, we're going to start putting together some sort of package for Carl, as well as Carl's, what is it called? Carl's Sanctuary. That's what it's called. Carl's Sanctuary. We're going to start helping them out because that's what we're about over here. We try to donate to as many rescues as possible. Any shelters we would do, and it's mostly no-kill shelters. We don't rock with the kill shelters, only the no-kill shelters. Anything that has to do with pit bulls, anything that has to do with children, anything that has to do with helping people, we're always about that. We have enough people over here that we can give $1 to make a difference. Nova, that pit bull that we gave that money to, he's already coming through and he's having really good results with his therapy. We've already getting responses back. And I like to see stuff like that. We're not going to be able to take any of this money with us, anything along the lines of any of these jewelry, whatever like that. So while we're here, let's try to help out as many people as possible and as many animals as possible so that we all can have a good life. It's not just about one, it's about everybody. And I tell you guys again, no, not a Democrat, not a Republican, not an independent. I'm a human being who made a platform because people tried to steer me in a direction where they were saying something. If I didn't like it, they kicked me out. So what we did was we made our own platform called Our Bottom Line, where you can say what you want as long as it's respectful. Please feel free to come, subscribe to the channel. We have a fantastic forum here, and please don't forget to hit that like button. With that being said, if y'all trying to make some money, All y'all got to do is hit that link in the description. And today, we've got about $450 worth of surveys. You guys fill out the surveys and make some money. I'll make some too, just for providing them for you. Also, if you're a small business, you might be a mobile barber. You could be a detailer. I don't know what you do. Landscaper. I don't know what you do. But if you're trying to get your business out there, we want to help you, especially if you're subscribed to the channel and you remember, send over your promo in a 1080 by 1080 size scale frame, and we'll put it up in the post notification area, and everybody on our platform will be able to see your business. All you got to do is send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's right, y'all. We about to start it up again. Myself and DJ Don Dada. That's right. We going to Brooklyn this time. After that, Staten Island. And what are we doing? We're doing the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search where you, that's right, you can make $250, boom, in your borough. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Big Drip is stepping up and giving back to the customer. How they doing that? We're doing the talent search, and I'm the host. That's right, you guys. I'm the one that's going to be there as well. Got a couple of other different, judges, DJ Don Dada, and a couple of our talented members that step up as well. So if you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, where you can make $250, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's the website for the brand, right? Got to be 21 and older. Add your name to the mailing list and your email address. You're going to get all the updates of where we're going to be, and in your borough, you can step up and represent and see if you can make $250. It's not just about dancing and singing. No, talent is cooking. Talent is a backflip. Talent is doing a wheelie. I don't know what you can do, but if you can do it, we want to see it, and boom, you're going to be able to make up to $250 on location. When we get everybody together and we come to that last location, one person is going to be able to make $1,000 on top of that $250 that they already made for their borough. Y'all, it's Monday. I got to get to work. I got to stack the deck for tomorrow's show, and I got to keep on moving. Hope everybody has a fantastic day on my favorite day of the week, because they got to answer that damn phone. And you can't be crying talking about, it's the weekend. It's Monday. Get to work. Also, everybody complaining about problems. You know we don't play that around here, especially when the man upstairs gives us another day to bang at that nail and get it right. And guess what? If he give you tomorrow to get it right, you're lucky. But you need to fight as long as you can with what he provides you. Don't give up. Don't listen to nobody, especially if you want to make something happen. Listen to God and stay focused on what you guys got to do. Let's get some prayers going before we get the end of this happening right here. We've got Mark Dorfman in the building. We've got liberty and justice we want to pray for. We want to pray for Batty Lynn, as well as Casey, Sky, as well as Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. We want to hope that our sister Kendra is feeling much better today. She was down a few days ago. And yes, Kendra, we care and we remember. As well as Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, Mark Dorfman, all of our brothers and sisters in here that come here every single day and show us love. Who else? We got Sean. We want to pray for Kia. We want to pray for Eva, Mark Dorfman, DJ Mod, always showing love. There you go, Mama. We got VIP auction group. Can't forget about Dot Focus. Can't forget about him. And everybody else that's not here today, still got love for you because you're family. Lord, please watch over all of my co-hosts and all of my family and all of my friends. I ask you that today. Amen. Amen, you guys. And y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Tuesday, get 'em. Peace. One.